Good morning, class. So let us all stand for the prayer and to be led to us by Miss Hurtado. Let's all pray. Father, the Son, and the Spirit. Thank you, Miss Hurtado. Once again, good morning, class. Who is absent for today? None? Very good. So before we are going to proceed, what is our previous lesson? And it's all about, yes, Miss Kayla? Very good. That is our previous lesson. And I have here an activity. Our first activity is in jumbled letters. And I will call someone to state the correct word and explain it in a simple and concise what is that word all about. There are 4 jumbled words. And our first jumbled letters is, yes, Miss Punga? Very good. It is a poison. So what is poison all about, Miss Punga? Very good. So poison are the substance that can cause harm to organisms when sufficient quantities are absorbed, inhaled, or ingested. So the next jumbled letters. Yes, Mr. Opiniano? Very good. It's a toxins. So what is toxins all about, Mr. Opiniano? Very good. Toxins are compounds that are extremely harmful even in small doses. Our third jumbled letters. Diseases. Very good. So what is diseases all about? Yes, exactly. Diseases is any harmful conditions that disrupts the normal structure or function of an organism, characterized by specific signs, changes like fever, rash, and symptoms. And our last jumbled letters. Food. Yes, what is food, Miss Hurtado? Very good. Food is any substance consumed for nutritional support, providing energy, growth, and tissue repair for living organisms. By that jumbled letters activity, what is our topic for today? Very good. It's about poison. So our main topic is that what's your poison? Toxins and infectious diseases. So do you have any idea about that? Okay, so none. And now, we are going to identify common toxins. So first, the common toxins is allergens. So what is allergens all about? Please read, Miss Hurtado. Very good. These are the substances that cause body to produce an allergic reaction. Second is carcinogens. It is a toxin that can cause cancer. Third is endocrine disruptors. These are the chemicals that can mess up the hormones in our body. Next, mutagens. Mutagens is very good. It is a toxin that damages the genetic material inside a cell, causing it to mutate or change. Next, neurotoxins. So what is neurotoxins all about, Miss? Very good. Neurotoxins are poisons that harm the brain and the nerves. So how about our last one, teratogens? Yes, Miss Pungon? Substances that can harm a baby while it is still in the mother's womb. So, what are the 6 common toxins? Allergens, carcinogens, endocrine disruptors, mutagens, neurotoxins, and teratogens. So let's proceed. Okay, but before that, I have here a question. How the study of toxins can be connected to their role as future teachers? Yes, Mr. Piñano. Very good. After that, let us identify the persistent organic pollutants. So persistent organic pollutants, or the POPs, are toxic chemicals that stay in the environment for a very long time. And persistent organic pollutants has its common. First, bisphenol A, BPA, substances, phthalates, perchlorate, and atrazine. So let us discuss about bisphenol A. It is a chemical used to make hard plastics and some food containers. Second, polychlorinated bisphenols or the PCBs. It is a man-made chemicals once used in factories and electrical equipment. Third is polybrominated bisphenol ethers. So it is talk about flame retardant, commonly used in fabrics and furniture foam, and it also find it in the plastic and appliances. So the fourth one states that this is all man-made that do not break down easily and stay in the environment and the human body for a very long time. Phthalates. So these are the chemicals used to make plastic soft and flexible. Perchlorate. Yes? Very good. It is a chemical found in the rocket, fuel, and other propellants. Okay, so our last common persistent organic pollutants is atrazine. So what is atrazine all about? It is a chemical used as a weed killer or herbicide on farms. Okay, so now let us proceed to understanding the ins and outs of toxic exposure. First is the accumulating fatty tissue or bioaccumulation. So bioaccumulation is the buildup of harmful chemicals in the fat or the fatty tissues of living things over time. So the second one is magnifying up the food chain. So magnifying up the food chain is biomagnification. So it talks about increase of harmful chemicals as they move up to food chain. So after that, let us discuss about the risky business assessing dangers of very good chemicals. So what is measuring risk? Yes, Miss Kyla, please read. Very good. This is to inform policy makers and resource management about the different dangers and toxins in the environment. So the risky business assessing the dangers of chemicals, there are 3 studies. First is dose response studies, second, retrospective studies, and prospective studies. So let us differentiate the 3. First is dose response studies. These are the tests that show how the body reacts to different amounts of chemical or substance. The second study is the retrospective studies. So it states that it's a one way to use information from human subjects to understand how a toxin affects human health. And the last study is the prospective studies. These are the opposite of retrospective studies in that they look forward to the future rather than back at the past. Okay, so these are the 3 types of studies: dose response, retrospective, and prospective studies. So let us discuss perceiving risk. Perceiving risk is based on the perceptions and emotions. So now, we are going to choose a risk management strategy. So there are 2 approaches in the risk management. So first is the presuming innocence until proven guilty. So what does this mean, Miss Carlene? Very good. So presuming innocence until proven guilty is chemicals that are allowed to use until there is a solid proof they are harmful. Second is applying the precautionary principles. So what is this, Miss Ineza? Very good. So applying the precautionary, it is being careful of the people from possible harm before it happens. Okay, so let's proceed about the different tracking infection diseases. So these are the examples of emergent diseases. First is AIDS or HIV? Are you familiar with AIDS and HIV? Very good. So what is AIDS means? It is the sickness caused by the virus when it gets very serious. How about HIV? It's a virus, of course. Next is the Ebola fever. So what is Ebola fever means? It is caused from the Ebola virus. Third is the mad cow diseases. Are you familiar with mad cow? Mad cow. Very good. It's a mad cow. Mad cow is brain disease in cows. So the fourth one is West Nile virus. So what is West Nile virus means? It's carried by mosquitoes and transmitted through the mosquitoes bites. So our fifth one is zoonotic influenza. So from the word zoo, it means animals. Influenza from influence. So zoonotic in short is the diseases moved from an animal species to the humans. The last example of emergent diseases is the COVID-19. So what, are you familiar with the COVID-19? Very good. So it is another zoonotic disease, quickly spread to humans. Okay. So I have here a question. What are the persistent pollutants or the POPs? Yes, Miss Mary Jane. Very good. The bisphenol, these are 1 up to 7. These are the common POPs. Bisphenol A and 2-atrazine. Very good. And can you give one example of an infectious disease we discussed and share what you learned about the topic? Yes, Miss Pungot? You choose COVID-19. So what is in the COVID-19? Pandemic. Very good. And if we are isolated on the diseases. Okay. So, are you understand? Do you understand what's the poison, toxins, and infectious diseases talks about? You have any question? None. Very good. I hope you understand my lesson. After that, I will be going to give an assessment. Please get 1/4 sheet of paper and answer this 5 items assessment. It is a 2 points, so it is total of 10 points. I'll give you 2 minutes. Okay, so distribute. Okay, pass the paper sometime. I'll be going to check that. Okay, so are you all set? So next is study chapter 19. And we will have a quiz next meeting. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for being part of another lesson I will discuss. And see you next time. Thank you.